I've stated before, the N64 era is my favorite era in gaming. From Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and Star Fox are all classics and I love them all. But which ones are the really good ones? Let's find out now. Remember, this is just my opinion, so if you like a game better or if you think a game should be higher. Without further ado, here are my top 10 N64 games of all time. Number 10. Mario 64. The first 3D game I ever played, and to be honest, the game has done a great deal for 3D games. 3D games were not really that great, and something like the 3DO and the Atari Jaguar didn't really have that much to offer. This game came through all the badness and it was the greatest game of all time at that point. And honestly, if you can get over the horrible graphics, this game is quite fun, and it's still amazing. The music along with the sound, which gave us a real voice for Mario. Mario really only had a voice in something like Super Mario RPG. He didn't have his real speaking voice until Mario 64. This game is amazing and I love it so much. Number 9. Rayman II: The Great Escape. In the N64 era, there was the most popular type of gaming, which is the collectathon, platforming games, with something like Rayman 2 coming along and saying, yep, I got me some collecting. However, I want to focus on getting to level instead of making me sit and look through every nook and cranny to find everything in the level. With not too much platforming, this game design is super well done and its sound as well. And speaking of sound, the music is awesome as well. Rayman 2 is one of the best games of all time, and to be honest, the best versions are the N64 and the Dreamcast. Number 8. Paper Mario. I love RPGs. As I've stated, my favorite genre in gaming is RPGs. I've shown this in reviews and in previous lists, but Paper Mario is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Paper Mario. The game has an undeniable charm with one of the best soundtracks and keeps the Super Mario RPG formula in how it plays. The story is just like a typical Mario game. I love Paper Mario. This game rocks my socks off, and I love this game so much. Yes, I know people love Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, but I love this game so much more. Number 7. Donald Duck Going Quackers. Donald Duck Going Quackers is a really fun game. This game is not super hard, but when you look at how awesome the gameplay is, along with the graphics as well, and a pretty underrated soundtrack. Honestly, the music and sound is 100% underrated. I love this game. It should be a classic, and it's too underrated. Number 6. Banjo Kazooie. Banjo Kazooie really made a fantastic collectathon platformer. It is the most perfect of its generation, with Grant Kirkhope as the composer of the sound and the music. It is really amazing, and the gameplay is awesome. I've heard a few complaints stating that they did not like it because there's too much collecting, but I disagree. They made this perfect with the collecting. This is a really fun game, and also that the backtracking isn't too far for something like a collectathon game. This game is great, and the design really stands out to me as a great N64 collectathon platformer. Number 5. Star Fox 64. Star Fox 64 is so amazing. I've done a few videos on this game, and you know what? Ever since I played this game at my dad's house, because of my awesome neighbor, I fell in love with this game. The gameplay is absolutely perfect, along with the graphics being very, very good, and the music being super futuristic. I love Star Fox 64. This game is really amazing, and anybody who loves N64 games should really have this in their collection. If not, play the 3DS version. It's just as good, if not better, but whatever ain't broke, don't fix it. Number 4. Kirby 64. Kirby 64 is probably one of the greatest Kirby games ever made. Until I review that game, I still think Kirby Superstar is a superior game. The graphics along with the gameplay and sound and music is so amazing, and this game is designed really, really well. I remember spending an entire weekend to beat it one time. When I did, I was really happy I did. But also to know that there was a good ending with Kirby 64 later, this game is pretty awesome. I love it so much. Number 3. Custom Robo. Oh my, yes, Custom Robo is so good. I am happy Star Trinket made this game in English so that we could all play it. I love it so much. I wonder really where this entire game has been my entire life. I really wish that I could have had this game in English in 1999, because this possibly could have been my favorite game of all time. Honestly, if it were not for Mega Man X4 and Bravely Default, this would be one of my top 3 favorite games of all time as well. This is an amazing game, and I love it so freaking much. Number 2. Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is one of the best games of all time, and I had not really played it till a few years ago. And Nintendo Present really made me fall in love with this game. By me watching his Let's Play my senior year in 2011, this game really is an amazing time. I love the underrated music, and I love the spookiness and the darkness of this game. I love The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's so spectacular, and this game is really one of the best games of all time, and it's one of the best ways to play a Zelda game. Number 1. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Duh! Zelda Ocarina of Time is the greatest game of all time, and when I picked this game up, I was instantly in love. Folks, I believe fully in love at first sight with the game. Due to the fact I really love this game, I was so happy my dad bought this game for me for Christmas in 1998. This is an amazing game, and forever will this game be my favorite game of all time. The game has the best soundtrack of all time, and has some of the best gameplay of all time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a quintessential Zelda game and N64 game, and it showed me what the era was about. Well, that's my top 10 favorite N64 games. If you have other games, more power to you. Remember, this is just my opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.